Hello everyone, welcome to a DSP video. I did not want to make this kind of video, to be honest. I think it was yesterday, the day before. I just finished recording the video that I uploaded, a few days ago about his mental breakdowns with Friday the 13th, all that. I went to Freedom Chat and someone posted this tweet longer, and I thought it was, a joke thing. I didn't think it was real until I checked his actual Twitter, and he posted this tweet longer. Now, at first, I was like, okay, he's saying that he wants to keep it, private. He just wants to say that this did happen and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fine. I'll let it be. I might address some things here and there, but I'm not gonna make a video about it. There's no need for it. And then the next day on pre-stream, he went out of his way to say something he really didn't have to say. We'll get to that pre-stream, because there's other stuff I want to talk about in that pre-stream as well, so it'll be a little bit of both in that when we get to that part. I'll put the timestamp below when I get into the video portion if you don't like me reading. Alright, so we're going to go through a lot of stuff like his tweet longer, some forum posts, and all this kind of shit, because it's fucking outstanding how this guy breaks up with his, they break up, and instead of just leaving it at this tweet longer, he decides to go more and more and more into it, and it just sounds fucked up. It's kind of shitty. Not truly shitty, but it's just it's stuff that you shouldn't be saying when you're going through this kind of stuff, because this kind of thing is very sensitive and personal, and the stuff that Phil says he shouldn't be saying. So let's get right into it. Let's start with his tweet longer. Since there's tons of speculation and it makes sense to clear it up, yes, it's true that Leanna and I have broken up. Which is funny because a lot of detractors kind of assumed that they did. And then a lot of DSP fans said, "Oh, we don't know what we're talking about," all this stuff, and it was kind of telling when he stopped taking days off for the past 2 weeks or so. Just how she just kind of stopped being in DSP, tries it completely, at all. It was getting a little bit weird. The Etsy shop closed down as well. I just thought that she was going back to her parents. I talked about this in the other video, but I guess they broke up, and he confirmed this. We actually broke up a while ago, and she moved out 2 weeks ago. We purposely agreed to keep quiet to prevent any unnecessary drama on either side, being that we both have public personas, social media presence, and we're still on good speaking terms. Now, I'm going to say something about this as well. He says 2 weeks ago. The whole thing with the hospital thing was roughly 2 weeks ago as well. So, see, a lot of people have been speculating that the reason why they broke up was because of the hospital story, and I think that's probable. I think that could be the reason why they broke up. DSP is trying to push the idea that they broke up before that. If they broke up before that, then why was Phil panicking about the hospital bill? Why was he panicking about saying, well, if the paramedics come to get Leanna, I'm gonna say no. The only thing is that I can see is that he's been trying to keep the facade of them being together until he found a way to cleverly kind of, I don't know, because that's the one thing that's just kind of shooting the story that he wants to push, that was 3 weeks ago or whatever. If it was before the hospital, then why was he so concerned about the hospital bill? Why was he so concerned about Leanna going to the hospital? Who knows? And I just like the terminology of saying we purposely agreed to keep quiet. Like, no one accidentally agrees to something. You could say, well, we agree. He should have said we wanted to keep this quiet so that it wouldn't prevent any drama. That would, you'll see why I find this weird by the time you get to the end of this tweet longer, and I'll explain it. Don't worry, guys. It's a little hype to get to the end. We're still on good speaking terms. This is a personal matter between us, dealing with behind-the-scenes occurrences, feelings that, quite frankly, are nobody's business but our own. I wish Leanna the best. I still talk with her regularly. Right there is kind of a hint as to why this tweet longer is kind of worded weird, and I think it's a very odd way to describe this situation, but okay. And we'd both appreciate it if you'd respect our privacy on this matter. I tried. Phil, I tried to respect your privacy, but you did not respect it. You said a lot of dumb shit after this that made me want to talk about it. So good job. GG. As in, don't bother asking for details because you won't get them. In fact, this is probably the only time I'll really address it. See, this right here is where I drew the line of, okay, I won't make a video about it because he's not going to address it anymore. This is it. It's going to be this tweet longer. Done. Right? Right? No. He goes above and beyond this tweet longer, so he immediately nullifies this fucking wording right here. This has no weight to it anymore. The only thing that this has now is that he won't address the specifics. He won't address why they broke up or anything like that, which is fine. I'm not going to try to pry into that. But I mean, I can only make speculations, sure, but I don't need to know why. Okay, you know, to be fair, that's fine. But he addresses everything else that he didn't need to address. But whatever. As I prefer to move on positively and focus on the future, he really didn't sound positive. When you watch the very last set of Injustice 2 online matches, he does not sound positive at all, and he's been having more meltdowns towards the SOK and all this other stuff. It's kind of whatever, but there will not be any videos made on the subject. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, just you know, make snide remarks in your pre-stream and bring it up you know, even in middle of gameplay. Yeah, but you're not going to talk about it at all. All right, next thing we're going to talk about. You don't need to see this. Not even 2 months ago, and they were engaged. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Oh yeah, see here. He aired the dirty laundry and her panic attacks. That's why she probably dumped him. See how he says probably? Like he's not saying that that's why he dumped him. He's just saying that's probably why. That's like speculation right there. He says, we broke up before that, you dumb fuck kid. But remember, he's not going to go into any more details about this. But he broke up before that. But then he said that he's concerned about the medical bill and and saying that he doesn't want Leanna to go to the hospital. And then that same video, yeah, Drancula brings up a good point. That in the video he called her his girlfriend / fiance in that same video, but they broke up before then. If they broke up before then DSP is kind of a creepy dude because he still considers her his girlfriend fiance when they broke up. News to me. So then this guy says, I've heard her s a couple of times in the background as she leaves for work, and the mwah kiss sound like and very recently too. She hasn't been in the house for over 2 weeks, so it sounds like you're hearing things. No further details, but more details. But what about Yanu's video? Yanu had Leanna in a video that was like 2 weeks ago, but he was whatever. Okay. Please make a vid about it. No, a million times no. Instead, I'll just make a forum post. See, and I think Drancula also brings up a good point here. He will probably talk about this either in a text post or in a random begging vlog, unintentionally. It'll slip out. He won't go into specific details, but he might say more than he should, I guess. I don't know. So, okay, here we go. Big forum post. Honestly, Phil should spend more time going. So, a forum member says, honestly, Phil should spend more time going outside. outside the house. From now on, if he's just working or being in the house by himself, I'm afraid he might actually die. I don't think he's gonna actually die, but he'll probably lose his mind. See, that's the thing. I want to say, and I also want to say this. This is what I was talking about in the last video. I'm kind of concerned about his mental health at this point, because being in a house by yourself, not going outside, just kind of staying in there, you're not gonna be the most rational human or something. Like, it's not healthy to do that. Like, you know, that's why, like, you know, my mom, at least, kept telling me, I don't want to retire, I want to keep working because it keeps me active and it keeps me doing something. She doesn't want to be, you know, in the house all day doing nothing, and I agree with that. I think, you know, the worst thing you can do is stay inside and do nothing all day, especially stay inside all day. Like, even, you know, sometimes when I'm home, I try to find reasons to leave the house. Like, I go to the gym, I might go for a walk or something. I try to find ways to leave that house because I can't stay in a fucking building for, you know, forever. I want to, like, go out. I want to do something productive than even playing video games. Video games aren't even that productive, to be honest, but whatever. So what does Phil have to say? Because we all know being inside a house causes early death, huh? It can drive you to be depressed, and depression can lead to suicide, Phil. That's what he's kind of saying. He's saying that you could end up becoming suicidal because you're gonna feel more alone, because first off, he's away from any form of family. He doesn't have any friends at all anymore. The only friends he has are, like, internet friends, and, you know, internet friends are fine. They're fine, but, you know, anything can happen. You know, you never know. Like, internet friends are internet friends. I mean, it's not the same as having, like, in real life, like, a person coming over to your house, you're going out with someone. It's not necessarily the same. It's nice in the sense that you have someone to talk to online, which is great, but they also have a life as well. It's not as stable friendship as a real life friendship is. And fair enough. I mean, real life friendships aren't stable either, but they're more stable in comparison. Whatever. Listen, I'm in much better shape than I was when I started on YouTube. That could always change, and I don't think you're in better shape. I mean, yeah, you might have lost a lot of pounds since the move. Okay, fair enough. But, you know, your face is getting more doughier, like you have a big dewlap. You're kind of reaching Cleo levels of dewlaps. Like Cleo has this big, like, dewlap here. DSP is almost competing with her on that, so his skin is completely pale, like, really pale. I mean, my skin's pale too, but, you know, I at least try to go outside, as I said. But whatever. I regularly gauge myself and force myself to walk, etc. Where? Where do you walk? I go out 1 to 2 times a week at the least. At least 1 to 2 times? That's not good. That's not really good. You know, it's like, if I go to the gym once a week, I'm not gonna get in shape at all. Like, it's gonna do nothing to me. You have to kind of keep a habit of going to the gym, keeping a routine, because if you just go out 1 to 2 times at least, is not gonna do shit. It's not gonna do shit. It's gonna do, like, very minimal amount of benefit for you. And no. And I do physical work during that time, grocery shopping and the like, where I purposely have to walk around. Fuck! Oh my god, dude! Reading this, my rabbit does more work and she hates leaving the cage! Like, are you fucking for real? Grocery shopping is work? Get the fuck out of here! Around a lot and move bags into the house, etc. Oh my god, dude! That's so fucking lazy! Really? Oh, I get to move bags around. I gotta do grocery shop stuff that everyone fucking does? Yeah, what work, dude? Fuck you. That's not fucking work. No, no, it's not. No, if that's work, if you count that as physical work and all that shit, then you really have health issues. You might want to get your heart checked. But okay, guys, remember he's very healthy now. And before someone says, "Well, he's not fat," your heart can still be shit, and you not to be fat. Heart problems are not exclusive to fat people. It's not. Don't fucking think it is, because I mean, yeah, obese people are more prone to heart conditions, sure, but you know, if you have a bad heart, you have a bad heart. Him drinking energy drinks is causing him to have a bad heart. It causes arrhythmias. It causes a lot of fucking shit. His heart is not in good condition if grocery shopping is fucking work. I also do not eat all fast food like I used to. Even now that Leanna is gone, I'm learning to cook smaller meals and ration out food, etc. Dude, he's either eating like tuna fish sandwiches, like the little tuna fish you have in a can, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Dude, I'm getting kind of concerned. The more I read about this, the more concerned I'm getting about him in a way. But whatever. So I'm not constantly eating out like I was back when I lived alone in Connecticut. Yeah, just give it time. He's gonna eat out more and more. It's just gonna happen. Watch. If you're worried about my health, you needn't be. I'm not like these streamers who didn't move at all. Did 24-hour streams constantly. No one does 24-hour streams constantly. Only like the very extreme people do, but not a lot of people do that. But okay. And then had a heart attacks. Okay. I've seen people who are active get heart attacks. Like, you know, I know people who went out golfing, who would constantly do stuff, and they had a heart attack. You're telling me that you're not gonna have a heart attack because you're active? No, it could happen. You drinking energy drinks can cause a heart attack. Again, heart attacks are not exclusive to obese people. They're not like a heart conditions. Unhealthy hearts is not a obesity problem. I mean, it's part of being obese, sure. They're more prone to it, but it can be to anyone. I can have a heart condition. You can have a heart condition. Anyone can. It's not exclusive to fucking obese people. Or people who, whatever, him drinking energy drinks, be it V8, is still fucking bad for the heart, because think about it. It's an energy drink. Just because, oh, it has juice and fruits and this and that, doesn't mean that there's no chemicals to make it an energy drink. Because what chemical in that energy drink do you think is causing it to be considered an energy drink? Like, if I get a Red Bull with zero everything, does that mean it's healthy? No. V8, yeah, it has fruits and vegetable flavoring in it, but that's what it is, flavoring. But whatever. And I don't even plan to be like that. I've got a good balance now where I work a lot, but also I'm doing other stuff and staying healthy, and the mental health is key too. I'm very happy with how my life work is, and I want to keep it that way. You don't really sound happy when I went to your fucking Injustice 2 streams. Like, he went real salty. Like I've never seen him this salty in a fighting game. He wasn't even that salty in Street Fighter V. In Street Fighter V, a game that he fucking hates, he never reached this amount of salt that he did in Injustice 2 the other night. He was like slamming controllers. He was like saying, "Just kill me. Fuck this game. I really hate this game. I'm glad I'm never gonna be playing this game ever again." It's insane. It's insane that's. Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. I'm even thinking of maybe every other week taking an entire day off of work to clean the house and go out, do stuff rather than like it has back in Connecticut when I was 100% committed to my work, and that's pretty much all I cared about. That's not a good way to live, and I have a good car that can get me places now, so we'll see. So he's gonna take days off. Okay, you don't find it fair enough, but again, as I said, taking it, like, doing one thing once a week or once every few weeks or whatever isn't gonna make much of a difference because you're not going out all the time, so you're more conditioned, not conditioned, but you're more at a chance to relapse. You can all, like, that's what happened to me. Like, you know, I used to work out every day. I took like 1 week I did not work out, and then, you know, for 2 weeks I did not work out at all. So then I had to force myself to go back to the gym and all that stuff because it's very easy to be complacent. It's very easy to relapse or to fall back to where you were, and you don't want to do that. That can happen to Phil. It's very prone for him to do it since there's no one else in that house. And it's also a big house. Keep that in mind. It's a big house. It's not a huge house, but it's a big house. It was, you know, a house for a family, and now he's by himself in that house. Dude, he's gonna... Okay. But please stop saying insanely ridiculous things like this. It makes you look stupid. Wow. Wow. This guy is expressing genuine concern. And for a while, you know, like, DSP said a lot of dumb shit here, but at least it was like, you know, him going to a conversation. And then he felt the need to say that, oh, this is insanely ridiculous and you look stupid saying this. So, having genuine concern for Phil makes you look stupid. Okay, you know what? No, actually, I agree with that. Okay, because if you care about Phil, you look like a fucking idiot. This video is proof of it. Okay, okay, dude. Oh my god, man. What a thing to say. What a thing to say to a fan that's concerned about you. That's really fucked up, if you ask me. Like, it's like if someone said, Theo, I'm a little concerned that you're spending too much time making these videos, and I respond, you look like a fucking idiot for saying that. Like, what? Oh my god, this guy is just... But his mental health is fine, dude. He has good mental health. He just snapped at this guy just because. I guess he felt offended by saying that he might die. I don't know. I don't know why he felt the need to say this. He should have just ended it with this and say thank you for the concern. Oh my god. Phil, how can you... You're terrible at communicating. Whatever. And then KG says, expect a drama podcast where people joke about a guy ending his relationship of 6 years? Okay, KG, good placing of a question mark. It should really be 6 years, question mark, not 6 question mark years, but okay. About 5.5 years, although for the first 2 entire years we were in a long-distance relationship, so I don't know how that counts in regards to people who actually see each other in person all the time, live with each other, I was about to say live, etc. The good thing is we're on good terms and mutually agree that it's nobody's business to discuss what happened. Of course it's nobody's business! Of course she's gonna agree with that! Oh my god, it's like me asking, like, my ex-girlfriends, it's okay that we'll keep this, you know, just between us, right? It's like, of course they're gonna keep it between us! It's nobody's business. We don't make fucking forum posts about it and talk about it in sneaky ways on fucking forums and pre-streams, you fucking dunce. Oh my god, this is just astounding. Astounding. And this drama podcast he's talking about is the Sons of Kojima podcast, obviously, because KG's a huge fan. They weren't going to do a podcast about it unless Phil talked about it, which he did, because he's a fucking idiot. But okay. Therefore, those morons can make podcasts until the end of time, but they'll never actually know anything. It'll all be their own uneducated, immature speculation, complete garbage like everything they do. But they base everything off what you are saying. Like, they're probably... I didn't see the podcast last night, which they did, which was Thursday night. I didn't miss it, but I'll watch it when it's uploaded. But I can imagine what the podcast was about. They probably read this. They probably read the tweet longer, obviously. They probably played the pre-stream and probably played the thing that we're gonna watch as well. And they probably are gonna say, "Oh well, look, Phil considered her to be a nuisance, a constraint, this and that." They're probably going to talk about that. They're not going to say, okay, guys, why did they break up, guys? We got the hot news. I got it. Leanna was like, this fat fuck him, I'm out. And this, obviously that's not what they're gonna fucking talk about. I'm willing to bet that's not what they said. I mean, but if they prove me wrong and then they actually went into details as to why they broke up, that's a whole other story. But you know, I can see at most the speculation that that we could probably like reasonably say it probably has to do with the hospital story, to be honest. Text message. I'll text him later. So yeah, okay. Enough of that. Let's see, is there anything else it's this. It isn't something you should take lightly. Loneliness can lead. Wait, is this the same guy? I want to see if this is the same guy. No, it's not. Okay. So, Noir says it isn't something you should take lightly. Loneliness can lead to extreme depression and even be a factor for death. Fair enough. People seem to forget that I lived alone from 2009 to 2014 in the Connecticut condo, with the exception of seeing my parents once a week. Yeah, I eventually traveled to tournaments, events, and did weekly co-op with John, but that wasn't always a constant. I've been perfectly fine in life when... Are you fucking dumb? And honestly, this job keeps me super busy with tons of social interaction, albeit all on the internet. Okay, look, Phil, you're an idiot. You're in Seattle now, okay? No one's gonna be seeing you. No one's gonna be visiting you once a week. No one's gonna be visiting you at all. Yeah, you met your parents once a week. Okay, but see that's still social interaction. On top of that, you met John Rambo. You played with John. You went to tournaments. You had social interactions then. Now you run to private lobbies whenever you play online. You only talk to people who suck your dick. You don't go out very often. You're not going out very often as you claim. You claim you're gonna do it like once a week or whatever. You don't have family in Seattle. You don't have anyone in Seattle. So no, this is gonna be the first time ever you're gonna be completely alone with nobody. With nobody. In Connecticut, you had some people. You had somebody. You had, your parents. Whatever. If you felt lonely, you could go to your parents. Now, you have nobody. But okay, guys, he's... Oh, and look at this. Look at this. I talked about this on Twitter, too. Thanks all for your support. Best way to help? Keep enjoying my stuff, interacting on stream, Twitter, email, etc. keeps me positive. I've never seen someone give instructions how to keep them happy. That is like, it's like if I'm going away for a while and I can't take care of Cleo, I'd probably be like, okay guys, this is what you need to do. You need to give Cleo carrot once a week at least. Give her food, give her water, make sure the doors are locked when you're done taking care of her, and all that stuff. See how that works? That's like, dude, I'm telling you how to take care of a rabbit. I'm telling you how to take care of my pet for me. But I'm not gonna say, okay guys, to make me happy, you need to watch my videos, comment, and do this and that. That's how to keep me positive. Like fuck off with that. But whatever. Now you should on Star Trek VR for no reason. Then it says, sorry to hear that, man. Some of the trolling on Twitch and chill now seems even more hurtful than before somehow. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I won't lie, that was incredibly rough. But nobody knew that they broke up. So kind of shitting on people before it was even like confirmed. It's kind of no. And he didn't sound that like offended by it. He was like, oh god, dude, oh man, because and look, he was more like that when the people in the Friday the 13th game was like doing that kind of trolling. So that's the most I've seen, because he was like rushing to a party. He quit the game immediately. All this kind of stuff we've seen in the Friday the 13th trolling videos that we watched. on the last video. So the Twitch and chill, it's kind of like, it didn't feel that rough in comparison, but whatever. I mean, he's a very tough guy. He has thick skin, that's why. So then she says she hasn't been in the house for over 2 weeks, so it sounds like you're hearing things. Didn't you say the same in the same video that she was passed out in the next room for being hospital drugged? That video was over 2 weeks ago. These confusing contradictions will fire back at you at some point. It doesn't matter. Either way, I hope you have a happy life, Phil. There are no contradictions. Laugh out loud. But thanks for the well wishes. There are a lot of contradictions. I mean, I think what he's trying to say is that that they broke up the week before the. See, it just makes no sense. Like when you try to say it happened before the hospital or after the hospital, it makes no. Like it has to be after the hospital. It has to be. So it can't be 3 weeks ago. But whatever. Okay. All right now. He'll be playing. Oh, okay, no, whatever. So now we're gonna move on to the pre-stream. Yay! It only took us 31. I think it was 17 minutes, 17 seconds. Okay. See, I'm writing down notes. I'm writing down timestamps, guys. Unbelievable, right? So I have it set up to the Patreon stuff. We're gonna listen to the Patreon stuff. Then we'll get into the Leanna stuff, dude. So let's do this,
guys. Because sadly, the news is not good. All right.
How about Patreon?
You know me. I'm real. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything here, folks. All right. Here's the deal. I've been talking about Patreon for weeks. I've been telling everyone that we were very close to hitting the Patreon goal, but it was basically on the very edge of hitting it for the month of May. If you don't remember, the goal for the month of May was that if we hit the goal, we're going to be doing a Indies marathon, okay? Where people would be nominating and...
He's going to hit the goal. He always does this. He always, like, rings up the red alert immediately, like, really red alert, and then he's like, we hit the goal, guys! So we'll see on Sunday or Monday that if he hit the goal or not. I guarantee he hit the goal. I guarantee. Really, the way that he should have been saying this is that it looks like we did hit the goal, but you know, maybe you know, if I message the patrons, this and that, we'll hit it, but we'll see, and then leave it at that. See how quick that was? See how quick I handled it? But he goes on a long tangent about it.
Indie games for me to do a marathon. But I couldn't really tell accurately how we were doing because of 2 reasons. Number one, because usually a ton of people get declined for their pledges, all right? They do. A lot of people usually every month they get declined for their pledges, and when they do, I don't get, you know, it doesn't count towards the goal. Number two, typically some people withdraw their pledges or lower their pledges at the very end of the month, last minute, because there is a recurring pledge to my Patreon. If you pledge to my Patreon, it's a recurring thing every month. So a lot of people say, oh man, I can't afford it this month or whatever. For whatever reason, they pulled their pledge. Well, the combination of those 2 things, folks, kind of combined into not a very good situation. And what I mean by that is right now, from what I can see, we're about $100 away from hitting the funding goal for May. Now, there were a bunch of declined pledges. All right? There were a bunch of declined pledges, and I already messaged all those people. So there is a good chance that if everyone who was declined updates their info, then that maybe we'll still hit the goal.
Why? Right? Why?
In addition,
whatever.
I'm not sure how many people maybe pledged during the month, over the course of the month of May. And what I mean by that is if anyone who's a new pledgee in May, it doesn't show as like part of the monthly total. So I have a little bit of math to do. Let me put it this way.
A little bit of
math. Go back
very little.
And in the next day or two, take some time to do some math here and figure out how many people actually pledged.
He's gonna do math, guys,
in May, because that counts towards the May goal. And then I got to see how many recurring pledges processed overnight last night, and I got to add that to the May goal. And then I have to see how many people with their declined pledges actually update the info and they do process. Excuse me.
What?
So we're close. Let me put it this way: we're close.
Well, why is he doing all this math? I want to hear that again. I wasn't paying attention.
People with their declined pledge last night, and I got to add that and then I gotta actually pledged for the first time in May. Take some time to do some math here and figure out how many people actually pledged for the first time in May, because that counts towards the May goal. And then I gotta see how many recurring pledges processed overnight last night, and I gotta add that to the May goal. And then I have to see how many people with their declined pledges actually update the info and they do process. Excuse me. So, we're close. Let me put it.
But, like, if you know you're below the goal, you know how much money you need to hit the goal. But if the ones that are already processed and all that... See what I mean? That, like, when you talk about Patreon, it's kind of, like, you kind of have to figure it out, almost. Like, you have to decipher a lot of codes. Because he said, like, oh, we didn't hit the goal, we're below the goal, don't believe the facing number on the site, but we didn't hit the goal, but I need to see the numbers of people who actually pledged. But, like, I don't know, see how weird it is?
We're close, but I have to stick to my guns, folks. I have to. I have to stick to my guns, because if I just give in and I say, we're just going to do the monthly goal anyway, then there's no motivation to get anyone to pledge. And that's the whole point of the monthly goals with Patreon, is that I'm trying to motivate people to pledge to Patreon.
But I thought the point of Patreon is to support you, not the goals. Now it's the goals? Now the goals matter? What? Which one is it?
Alright? There's only so much I can do. You guys know, I'm a one-man show here. I stream 1 to 2 times a day. I work on edited videos. I'm constantly on social media. I'm constantly working here. Behind the scenes, and I try to squeeze in these Patreon events. I can't really realistically do much more than what I do now when it comes to Patreon, alright? I'm kind of already extended to the limits of what I can do. So I'm sorry that I can't possibly make, like, a better goal or whatever for you guys. I wish I could. Over the years, I've asked what would be better goals, right? What would be a better thing to motivate people to pledge to Patreon? And I've taken in your advice, and I've actually done many events and things based directly on the feedback you've given me. But at this point, I'm not exactly sure what else I could possibly do that's realistic. Alright?
He can't think of a goal, but he reuses all these goals. It's the same fucking shit. Oh, Indies Marathon. Patron's Choice Playthrough. Patron Multiplayer. It's never anything that's truly new. It's the same fucking shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry I make all these noises. The fucking, like, I'm surprised, honestly, I'm genuinely surprised that the one for March was hit. The Twitch and Chill fucking goal. Well, the multiplayer one, whatever. That one, I'm surprised, was fucking hit. That to me made no sense. That seemed more of a ripoff, because it devolved into just a normal Twitch and Chill stream. It didn't even feel special or anything. But okay.
Being, within my means, that's the thing. It would be one thing if I had a team of people.
You know what he should do? He should have a Street Fighter V goal. Like, he might as well. He might as well. Because that's the thing. People love DSP when he's salty. Everyone loves that. That's why, like, his Injustice 2 streams was doing so well. People loved the salt. And instead of giving in and giving people what they want, he's just like, oh, I don't want to be salty anymore, fuck it. He could just do Street Fighter V. A lot of people are going to pay for that. A lot of people are. Because they want to see him get angry and rage at the game and this and that. Why not make that a Patreon goal? But okay, whatever. Just do Danganronpa 2 then, I guess.
A team of people. And if people could, help me out to work on this or that.
Like, the Indies Game Marathon is the only thing with that is that we have a chance of him playing Hotline Miami 2, and we know he'll get salty with that game.
Something special for the patrons, but I'm doing as much as I can.
You can't fucking think for goals,
right,
man.
So, that being said, folks, right now we're very much on the precipice.
I mean, honestly, it would be shitty for him to use salt as a Patreon thing, but, if he's desperate for money, he might as well go all out.
Of hitting the funding goal for May. We could hit it. There's a very big chance we could hit it, but there's also a very strong chance we won't, alright? I don't like giving you bad news, but the bottom line is, I've said this over the last few months. In fact, since I started doing my new streaming method here, and by the way, I accidentally just banned Manny Peregrine. I apologize.
How do you accidentally ban people? How do you do that?
My fault. I was trying to do something on the laptop and I misclicked again. The stupid chat that I hate. But anyway,
how do you accidentally ban people? You have it's a 2-click process. Dude, he needs glasses. He needs glasses, dude.
Here's what's happened. I feel that's what happened is, since I have done less of a focus on YouTube, right?
But the thing is that he'll get there.
I've had a much less focus on YouTube altogether. YouTube is kind of like, yes, I do still upload the videos there, but I'm not focusing on that. My efforts are mostly focused on Twitch. And I've noticed, yes, I've got a mass increase in the amount of people who attend my streams, who are cheering, subbing, and tipping me on stream, which is a good thing, all right? But that being said, what's happened is there's been a big movement of people who I feel maybe used to be patrons of mine and said, oh, well, I'd rather just support Phil via the streams. So they took their support from one avenue and put it to the other, and that's fine. But understand that
that's fine, but
business and you know, my ability to keep live streaming daily and putting videos on YouTube daily was dependent on that Patreon income. So to see a big dip like I've seen in the past 3 months is a...
Remember when he said, oh, in a few weeks, it doesn't matter where you donate. You can donate anywhere. You can tip me, bit me, Patreon me, whatever. You can do whatever you want. It's your decision. Because now I'm making the curse money, baby. Now it's... Well, you can't leave Patreon, dude. And then if people leave Twitch to go to Patreon, guys, you need to bit me, cheer me, tip me, dude. I need the money, dude. Come on. He wants his fans to go everywhere. The only, like, plug that's dying, that just fucking died, is Teespring. Teespring is dead.
Really bad thing. I've seen hundreds of dollars of Patreon support lost in the past few months.
But you know, maybe look at why. I guarantee it's because Patreon's perks are just fucking too expensive and not worth it anymore compared to Twitch. The shoutouts on Patreon, you get them once a week. Okay, yeah, okay, $1. Before it was fine. Now you can just go to Twitch and get verbal thank yous every day, every time you donate. So Phil, the idiot that he is, can't possibly think that, maybe the Twitch stuff I'm offering is cannibalizing the Patreon stuff, so I should really rethink the perks. Like, honestly, the Ask the King goal should be lowered to $5. $5, okay? The private video should not be $50, it should be $10. Maybe $20. But $50 for a personal private video? Fuck off. That's not a good deal. These rewards are terrible. He needs to fix that. He needs to make better rewards. The $5 reward is fucking bullshit. It has nothing. Imagine being a $5 patron and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to vote on the Indies Marathon, and then the goal isn't hit. Then those people got burned by paying $5. Now, of course, we're going to say, oh, but it's the rewards and the goal isn't the point of Patreon, it's to support him. But then when he talks about this, you see what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, if it's not about the goal, then just make better rewards then. I mean, it's just kind of like, then he should... If it's about that, then he shouldn't really give a fuck about where people are donating or giving him money. Like, if it's all about supporting him, then he shouldn't care where the money's coming from. Just saying, because that's the thing, if he wants people to donate to his Patreon more, he needs to make Patreon more attractive. The rewards he has is garbage, it's too expensive, so the $5 one gives you nothing, so the whole argument of it being, oh, it's about supporting him, is moot. Because if that's the case, if you want to support him, then you're gonna do however you feel like you want, and Twitch is one of those ways. And they probably gonna go to Twitch because they like supporting him there more than Patreon. That's what I mean, that Twitch is cannibalizing Patreon at this point.
You've noticed it's not like I've cut back on Patreon. I'm still doing all the perks. I'm still doing all the events. It's not like I've scaled back. It's just that I think people refocus it. Oh, I want to be part of these streams that Phil's doing now. And that's cool, but now see what happens is a situation like here, right? Where it sucks because, sadly, it looks like we may not hit the goal. And that's really blows. It does, all right?
And fix your goals.
I want to hit the goal. I want to do these special events with you guys. I love doing these events. We just did one this past weekend, right?
But I just love. I also just find it funny that like maybe people just didn't want to do the Indies Marathon. Maybe that's why they pulled their pledges. No, you have to pay for it because I like doing them. So you do all these marathons that I want because I like doing them. Like, yeah.
This weekend was a lot of fun. The Twitch and Chill event, and we got coming up the Patron's Choice playthrough, right?
It's gonna be Danganronpa
and I'm really
2.
looking forward to that. That's gonna start soon. In fact, it might start as early as E3 week. It's gonna. By the way, it looks like it's gonna be Danganronpa 2. Not to beat around the bush here, it really looks like it's gonna be
Yeah, Chris, you're not getting Jack 3 back. Just ask for it back, man. He's never gonna play it.
Danganronpa 2. I doubt that we're gonna see a resurgence of voting for another game or anything
I'm
like
also
that.
really pissed. I'm really pissed at these fucking patrons. Look, if you're a patron and you're watching this, fuck you. Because you needed to vote for No More Heroes 2. That could have gotten some salt. But no, he's doing Danganronpa 2, a boring fucking game. Good job, guys.
So, yeah, there's not much I can do about that.
Nothing I can do.
It's not like I'm not gonna. I know some people are like, another Danganronpa game already. Well, it's what people voted for. It's out of my hands, right? But anyway, I mean, we got all this patron stuff going on, and it's all good. People love it. People love the Danganronpa playthrough. People love the special events, but
if people are already complaining about Danganronpa 2, then they clearly didn't like Danganronpa 1. Just saying.
Then you got to pledge to keep them going. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. That's the motivational tools to get people to pledge to Patreon. All right.
Dude, he's
so
talking
I certainly don't like to sit here and harp about this shit. I don't.
He sounds like he's training his dogs. Like, oh, you want the reward, doggy? Gotta go to my Patreon, dude.
But I'm just trying to be real with you about. It looks like there's a chance we may not be doing the Indies Marathon.
Oh my god.
And I have to stick to my guns. I have to. I can't just do the marathon anyway because then more people will be like,
look,
well,
you did hit the goal last year. You could just say, oh, like last year we didn't hit the goal and I didn't do it. Just fucking say that. Oh my god, I hate this fucking fan art. I just can't.
I pledge if he's just gonna do the fucking event anyway, and then everyone will pull their pledges, So I can't do that.
Look how condescending this sounds. He sounds like he really thinks his fans are are fucking dumb. BSV might be dumb, but I mean, whatever.
And now, of course, here we go. Alexander Rossi in the stream chat being a jerk. How can you say it's out of your hands when people said they wanted to vote for another JRPG for Patron Choice and you blocked that? Because I'm already playing a JRPG. I mean, you gotta use your head sometimes before you type a message in stream chat, dude. Seriously. I'm already playing a JRPG.
Yeah, but you took the option out of their hands by not letting them pick another JRPG. Whatever, I mean...
I've been playing it since early April. No one's gonna want to watch 2 JRPGs at once, dude. Use your brain.
But nobody wants to see Danganronpa 2, but people voted for it, so you gotta deal with it. Yeah, fuck you, Phil. You're a fucking idiot.
You have one in your head, you should probably use it. Just saying. Alright. So, everyone, that's the deal. I'll have an update for...
Alright, now let's get to the part that sealed the deal of making this video. So 35, 32. Alright.
On today's pre-stream, I said everything that I have to say about the situation last night on Twitter. And as I said on Twitter, I'm not going to make a video about it, nor am I going to talk about it, because there's nothing to talk about.
But he's going to talk about it on pre-stream, he talked about it on Twitter, and he talked about it on his Twitch. So, yeah, he's not talking about it, guys.
If you do want to talk, the bottom line is, because of my life, changes going on right now, if you haven't noticed, in the past few weeks, I've actually been working more. You may not have noticed, because I did kind of just slide it in there, but I've been working a lot more. Every day I've been working. I didn't take any days off in the past 2 weeks. When I was taking a day off 1 day a week, I haven't taken any days off. I'll be streaming longer when it's appropriate. So, for example, if I want to do a midnight release, I'll be streaming longer when I didn't take any days off in the past 2 weeks.
That's where people start to suspect that he broke up with her because he had no days off because he took those days off to be with Leanna.
I was taking a day off 1 day a week. I haven't taken any days off. I'll be streaming longer when it's appropriate.
You know what? What I just realized that's kind of funny is that earlier this year he said like, oh yeah, sat me down and said that we should spend 1 day a week together, this and that, and then he did that per her. I think see this is what I think happened back then. Let's hop in our time machine and go back to February, okay, guys? I think Leanna gave him an ultimatum at that point, saying, look, either take at least 1 day off to be with me, or, or I'm going to be leaving you, because there's nothing satisfying here, this and that, blah, 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 blah. He's like, okay, fair enough, and he did that, because obviously he wants to be with her or whatever, which is fine, I'm not going to fault him for that. I mean, anyone would do that. If your girlfriend came up to you and asked you to do that, you'd probably be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. And then they break up that same year. Kind of weird, right? I don't know, I find it weird.
For example, if I want to do a midnight release, or if I want to do a longer stream than usual, I'm not now conforming or stuck in a set schedule. Let's put it.
See how that sounds? I'm not stuck in a schedule. Like, dude, that makes it sound. See, this is how it sounds. I'm not saying that that's his intent necessarily, but this is how it sounds, and this is why he should just not have said anything. He should have just said it's on Twitter, and that's it. And leave it at that, and then just do whatever, because this is kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, of course, people are going to deduce that, oh, well, now that he broke up, he'll have more time to do whatever he wants. Okay, he doesn't have to say that, but he says it anyway. But not even in a respectable way. He's like, oh, so like it makes it sound as if he only it's like he treated Leanna as if she was his pet. Like, oh, okay, well, because when you have a pet, like a dog, or in my case, a rabbit. Yeah, I like my rabbit. I love Cleo. Cleo is a very interesting rabbit to see. But I have to wake up and be like, okay, well, now I have to give her a carrot before I forget. I have to give her food. Maybe this weekend I need to clean the cage because she's been making a mess of it lately. All this stuff. But people could say like, okay, well, that's a pet because pets, they're animals and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, they're part of your family, but like at the end of the day, they're an animal. If you're with another human being, you're not gonna talk to them like, okay, now, all right, at 8, I have to be with Leanna. I have to eat Leanna at 9, and then I have to go out and to do grocery shopping with Leanna at this time, and I have to take this day off to be with Leanna. I need to do all this stuff for Leanna. Like, I mean, it just doesn't sound as if he enjoyed her being there. Because if they had if they had a good relationship, she would be able to do a midnight release because she would probably, I would assume, be understanding of him being a YouTuber and all that, right? So it just doesn't make sense to me that he's talking to her like this.
That way. So if I'm playing a game and I'm having a good time, I don't have to say, all right, well, I have to stop right now because dinner's ready. It's nothing like that.
See, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing. It sounds like and I've said this before. The relationship that Leanna and Phil had really, at this point, came off as Leanna was the mom and Phil was her child. Like, before, it was the other way around, before she got a job, but once Leanna got a job, she started to actually, sound more mature as she was doing this job. She actually just got less annoying, which is, wow, amazing. Because before, everyone hated Leanna. It was, like, so annoying to have her be in a video, all this kind of stuff. But now, it's, but then, like, as soon as she got that job, she was, like, you know, more mature, she had friends, she was socializing. She kind of showed, she is kind of the evidence that you need, you know, have more social interactions to become a better person, or to have a better understanding of people and all that kind of shit. Phil has no interactions with anyone except for his drones, his slaves, and Leanna, who was his mom, basically. Like, look at the Nier Automata video. I don't know, I think Full Hands on his channel, I can't remember his name, like Mr. McStuff or something, but I think he uploaded a video of Leanna coming into his office or his playroom when he's playing Nier Automata, and the whole time he was like, "Why are you here? Oh my god, dude, you're distracting me." Like he got really awkward. It was really fucking awkward. It really sounded as if, like, DSP, like, it's like you're streaming and then your mom comes home, and then you're like, "Oh, fuck, mom's home, shit!" Like, you know?
So, it's gonna be a lot different, I think. You know, a lot of people have said, how is this gonna change? Well, I mean, it's gonna basically go back to the way it was from 2009 to 2013. And if you don't remember how that was, alright, back when I was in Connecticut, before I ever moved to Washington, you know, my schedule was my own. Everything was kind of, on the fly. It wasn't like every day I had this completely set deal,
oh my god.
right?
Oh, I have the audible set.
So, things are different now. I'm kind of going back to that formula. Now, what I'd like to do is I would like to try to at least maintain some kind of work-life balance so that I'm not going crazy here and I'm losing my mind because I'm constantly on stream.
You're already losing your mind. Like, he lost his mind. Look at the fucking chat logs. Look at how he talks to his fans. Look at on his forum posts. He lost his mind. Like, I said this before, I'm kind of concerned about his fucking mental health. He's so easily triggered, way more than he was before. He put the chat last night into follower-only mode. I was watching part of his Tekken 7 stream today, which is Friday, as I'm recording this, and he was, like, saying nonsensical things. Like, he was like, "Oh, well, this character in Tekken is anime, and I know that anime is gonna be overpowered in this game. It's gonna be cheap, dude. Fuck this game, dude." He was already sounding miserable, and he based a character's skill level because it looked like anime in a Japanese fighting game.
Constantly making videos, and I have no downtime at all. And I mean, eventually I probably will want to start taking a day off every once in a while.
No downtime. Video games are downtime, guys, to be honest.
To do stuff on my own, and, you know, there's gonna have that. There's always gonna be that element, but yeah, the bottom line is I'm kind of going back to where I was before the changes in 2014 when I moved across the country and basically my whole life changed. You know, it's gonna be a little different. All right, honestly.
"Oh, I used to have a YouTube gaming channel. Everything was fine until Pain Delete came into my life, and everything changed. Everything changed when the Pain Delete Nation came." Oh man, I can't remember the beginning of Avatar, man. I was trying to make a joke about that, but whatever.
In regards to streaming and the videos and everything, this is a positive thing.
And guess what, guys? Guess what? Fun fact. Leanna has said nothing about this. The only thing that she has said was just retweeted his tweet longer. That was it. Congratulations, Leanna. You did it right. But, like, the way that he's handling it's so fucking weird. I can't remember if I said this before. I'm losing my mind after listening to this. The tweet longer made it sound as if it was a business deal. Like, "Alright guys, you know, we had a good run. I wish her the best of luck in future endeavors." Like, it made it sound as if she was just there to be a fucking actress or something. Like, it wasn't even as if like they were in a relationship. It was just like a business deal or something. It was so fucking weird. That's what I was trying to say in that tweet longer. That tweet longer made it sound as if like it was a business transaction or like a business venture. Oh, I wish Lena the best, guys. Like, who says that? Like, I mean, obviously you're not gonna wish ill will towards Leanna unless like you say specifically fuck her or something, but you didn't, because that's why I think like the breakup between Leanna and Phil, it wasn't a negative one. I don't think it was a bad breakup. I think at most Leanna was like, oh, I'm not feeling, you know, anything in this relationship anymore. You know, the thing, you know, it's played its course. I just want to kind of like go our separate ways at this point, whatever. And Phil was probably like, okay, what, you know, I wish you could stay, but if that's how you feel, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think he's that much of an asshole, in his personal life to do that to Leanna, unless Leanna does a tell-all video to prove otherwise, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, guys, okay? I'm gonna be fair to him. I'm gonna say that, you know, he was probably understanding in this whole breakup. I don't think it was a ugly breakup where, you know, she's like, oh, fuck you, old man. I don't think it was anything like that. I think it was just, you know, just a split that, you know, was probably coming because, you know, they were kind of drifting apart anyway. When you look at, like, how they were in the beginning of their relationship to now, it just seemed that they were just kind of splitting. Even as soon as she got a job, it was just like, yeah, I can't see this relationship continuing as much because I think it was, to a degree, having to do with the financial situation. I just think that she just didn't want to be in that situation anymore, not knowing if she's going to be able to pay the bills. And I think the hospital story might have been enough to kind of to send her to just be like, enough. Because, you know, it just shows that, like, because I think she just started to notice that, you know, if something bad happens, Phil's going to make it a big deal. And then she's going to get, like, all this attention for it. And that's... Holy fuck, guys! I had I'm not sure if it's a revelation or an epiphany or just a, you know, explosion. I think that's why she left. That's why. Holy shit! Okay, new speculation, new conspiracy theory, number fucking 1,000,000 at this point. Another theory. She left because she didn't want to be part of the drama. She didn't want to be the subject of drama. Once she went to the hospital for that reason, he made a video about it, discussed about it in a video, and then all of his fans went to her Twitter, was like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, 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 I hope you're feeling better, all this stuff, and she got all this notification and shit, and she's like, I don't want to be in this clickbait video anymore. I could see that if anything happens down the line, he might talk about it in a video, and this will happen again. I don't want any part of it. That's what happened, guys. Figured it out. That's my theory. That's theory number 1,000. I know I said I wasn't going to be getting more speculations about it, but holy fuck, I stumbled across it. Fuck, man.
This is a good thing. It's back to kind of...
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm alone right now. Yeah, you know, like when I had a girlfriend and they broke up with me, I definitely said, oh, this is a good thing. Yeah, okay, sure.
A master of my time and a master of my
I'm
life.
a master of my time. Leanna was just a burden to me, guys.
Rather than being, oh, well, now we got this constraint here and this...
What? The only thing that caused him to end streams early and shit was because of Leanna. Does he think his fans are that dumb that they're not gonna, like, put together that these constraints is in reference to Leanna and Din Din time? Are you fucking for real? No one leaves this guy unscathed. At all. The only thing I will say is that, like, Leanna probably got the best of it compared to, like, Rambo and Howard. Rambo and Howard got, like, was dragged through the mud and shat on by this guy. Amazon got shat on by this guy. Twitch did for a while until he ran back to Twitch. YouTube's getting the most of it now. Street Fighter V got the worst of it. Leanna gets these snide little remarks saying, "Oh, she was a constraint. My time was constrained by her. Now I have to do all these things. I don't have these constraints anymore." Are you fucking for real? That's how he describes spending his time with his ex-fiancée. It was a constraint. Yeah, okay, yeah. Feel sorry for Phil for going through this breakup. No, I feel more sorry for Leanna than I do for you, Phil. Because at least Leanna isn't going on these fucking tirades on YouTube, on her forums or anything, saying like, "Oh, you know," making these snide, dumbass fucking remarks. And I guarantee, if Leanna ever made a video exposing fucking Phil, if it came to that, he would probably start slamming her. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck off with this.
Visual here, and I gotta adhere to this and adhere to that. Alright.
That's how he describes it. That's how he describes his time with her.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
What a great guy,
double
dude.
Stream, you know, with Tekken, I'll have a little bit more flexibility with the streaming. Like I said, I won't have to stop definitively at a certain time or anything like that. So.
This fucking guy.
Alright, everybody.
Alright. Let's move on to this video that Freddy Boy has captured for us. So let's take a listen. A listening listen. Yeah, okay, that's good.
The bottom line is, you know, I should say this too.
A fucking spider.
The way we did it, the whole breakup thing
I wanna kill it,
happened over 3 weeks ago. So you guys weren't even knowing.
Man, that spider, dude. I want to kill it, but I'm like doing a video. Fucking spider. Disrupting the stream chat, dude. Fucking detracting spider. Fucking spiders of Kojima, dude. Okay. I love in this video that he put the term breakup in air quotes. Like, oh, our breakup. Like, let's look at that again.
The way we did it, the bottom line is, you know, I should say this too.
I should say this too. You shouldn't say anything. You're done. You had to tweet longer. Leave it at that, you fucking dummy.
The way we did it, the whole breakup thing happened.
How? Why? Why? Why is this like the whole breakup thing? It's a breakup. Why are you putting air quotes on it? Was it not a breakup? See, this is what I mean. He makes it sound as if it was like a fucking business deal. Like it was like, okay, Leanna, my views are low, dude. I got it. I get a girlfriend, dude, and my views will go up, dude. And then, you know, it sounds as if he was only with Leanna to get money. To get money from, like, being with a girlfriend or something. Like, oh, guys, I have a girlfriend now, and we need to pay the bills for this house. You know, you don't want to... Guys, you gotta pay my bills. You don't want her to be homeless too, right? That's what it sounds like when he says this kind of shit. I'm not saying that he said it, but saying, like, oh, it's a... You know, I wish her the best in the future endeavors, and that kind of shit, it's like... It sounds like it was a business deal. Saying like, oh, our breakup, the way we did it, you know, this whole breakup thing, it just makes it sound as if it was a business deal. It was like the contract that they had with Leanna ran out, and Leanna didn't want to renew her contract with DSP Gaming. Are you fucking for real? That's what this sounds like.
Over 3 weeks ago. So you guys weren't even knowing what was going on at the time, but for me, it's already over with. Like, it happened 3 weeks ago. So I know if to you it's new news, to me it's old news.
Then... Who fucking cares? Why do we need to know this? Just be like, just stop talking about it!
I'm already way past it. I've been working more, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already 3 weeks later past it.
He's not past it. Dude, last night, in Injustice 2 stream, I know I'm bringing that up a lot in this video, but it's just because it's such a, like... It was such a... like, I've never seen him this salty. I've never seen him this salty before. In a fighting game. He was so salty. I doubt that he got over it. He's over it. No one gets over a breakup, like, at this point. No, fuck out of here with this.
So...
I don't know what he does when he's doing
No,
this.
I didn't say 2 weeks on Twitter. Stop talking out of your ass.
He said 2 weeks though, but I guess he meant like she moved out in 2 weeks, but they broke up the week before. But the thing again is that in the hospital vlog, he kept pushing his authority. So like either he broke up and he was creepily imposing his authority over her going to the hospital, which is kind of fucked up if they were broken up at that point. I don't know. The story fucking doesn't add up.
Stop talking out of your ass. I said she moved out 2 weeks ago, but we broke up before that. That's what I said. I love how people like to spin shit. They're trying to microanalyze what I said to find a flaw, when in reality you're just fucking microanalyzing bullshit, looking for drama that doesn't exist, so.
But you bringing it up is enough to make this drama exist, though. You're perpetuating the drama, dummy. If you just left it at the twit longer and now respond to people asking you more questions, then no, fucking stop. It's time to stop. I like this cam too. Like he's just like this the whole time. Like, you know, isn't this a
Populator
good
Ross did a 260-bit cheer. He says, "What is the dollar to bit conversion ratio?" 1 bit is 1 penny. So you just cheered 260 bits. That's $2.60 for me. There you go. Here's your answer.
Here's your answer.
By the way, if you don't notice, people are leaving the stream because there's no drama. They're starting to leave now. They're like, oh, if it's just drama, well, I'm out of here. I don't want to see actual gameplay or any positivity. I wanted negativity and drama, and I wanted him to spill the dirt on his breakup and all that. You know, because they're fucking morons.
Maybe they left because they got bored, because you're doing nothing right now in the game, and you're just sitting there talking about your breakup. I mean, yeah, okay.
Because anyone who would want to hear that drama is a fucking low-life moron.
You're a fucking low-life moron if you want to hear drama, says the guy who put a lot of drama vlogs on his channel, saying that Jackie Chan, Be Awesome One, has put a gun to his head, Mort has put a gun to his head, YouTube is killing him, $1 a month, I could lose my house, woe is me, my house, my plumbing, dude. Like, yeah, okay. Take a sip, chew the water. Actually, cheers, Phil. Cheers. Alright.
Can we now start, please? Can we now start? Do we get it out of our system?
Can we now start?
Can we now begin and people stop talking about this nonsense?
My breakup is nonsense. Can we please start? Not like I can just start the game. Everyone has to say start the game in stream chat. Say start the game for me to start the game. But don't be an asshole about it. Alright. This video might get claimed. Alright, that's it, everyone. That's it for the drama nonsense of the breakup. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's a good one. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.